We Shall Keep the Faith by Maura Mitchell. O you who sleep in Flanders fields, sleep sweet to rise anew. We caught the torch you threw, and holding high, we keep the faith. With all who died, we cherish too the poppy red that grows on fields where valor led. It seems to signal to the skies that blood of heroes never dies, but lends a luster of the red of the flower that blooms above the dead in Flanders fields. And now the torch and poppy red, we were in honor of our dead. Fear not that ye have died for naught, we teach the lesson that ye wrought in Flanders fields.
Hello, my name is Liam Ruth and I'm in grade 11.
Hi, my name is Jared Ephraim and I'm in grade 11.
I'm Evan Bohilke. I am in grade 11.
My name is Hayden Tykro. I am in grade 12.
Hi, my name is Blythe Creighton and I'm in grade 10.
My name is Caden Holden and I am in grade 11.
Hi, my name is Emily Anderson and I'm in grade 11.
Why is Remembrance Day important to you?
Remembrance Day is important to me because I've had family fight in both wars, so it's nice to remember.
To me, personally, I think that in life we really need to learn about history and remember the people that fought, because they protected us, like, in the war, and I think that's really important. And I think it's been like almost 100 years, and I feel like people are forgetting that fact, that they protected us and fought for us in that war.
Remembrance Day is important to me as a person because throughout my entire life, it's Remembrance Day. You go to school, you honor those in the past who fought for our lives and our country as Canada, because without them we don't know where we could be today, and we honor what they did for our country.
Well, I had a great-grandpa who served in the war, and it's nice to have a day to get to remember him.
Remembrance Day is important to me because I have family who served during the Second World War, but I also have an older brother who served in the Army for 5 years, and he retired a couple of years ago. But
Remembrance Day is important to me because I have had family, lots of family, in the Second World War and a bit of it in fairly recent conflicts in the 90s.
Because I like hearing stories about people in the past that that fought in a war, and knowing that families, like family friends or my own family, was in it and fought for something more than just like money or power.
High Flight by Officer John G. McGee, Jr. Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter's silver wings. Sunward I have climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds, and done 100 things you have not dreamed of, wielded sword and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark or even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Do you have any family that fought in the war?
Oh, I do, actually. I have, I think both of my great-grandfathers fought. I'm unsure about my dad's side, but my mom's side, he was, I think he was on the front lines, and he actually lied about his age to get into the war. He was 17, and he really wanted to protect the country, so he went into the war. And then I think he was injured a couple times, and then he actually did make it home, and he fought in Belgium, Germany, and France in World War II.
Oh yes, I remember one of their names, Wilson Charbonneau.
Well, my grandpa was a medic who worked generally on aircrafts to pick up soldiers and help them recover as fast as possible so they can get back on the force.
My brother, He did communications in Edmonton for 5 years, and then I had an aunt who served in the war, and she was a nurse in World War II, and then my great uncle was a combat medic.
One of my family members was a pilot in the Second World War, who unfortunately passed. Another was a combat engineer. And another one of my, I guess he'd be my great-great-great-grandfather. He used to serve in the United States military as a tank commander.
I do. I have my great-great-grandpa Crunk. He was in the Navy, and he was a carpenter in the Navy. And then my cousin Darren Fitzpatrick, who was in the Army, and he died of an IED, which stands for Improvised Explosive Device, and he passed away 2 weeks after that. So.
Do you have any stories or anything?
Yeah, actually. This summer I worked down in Vernon on the military base there, and I actually got to meet a military veteran who fought in World War II. And he told us some stories about what happened in the war, basically, and how it treats you. Usually when you're down on base there, it's just like you're honored to be there, like this is like I'm fighting for my country, yeah, let's do this. But after the war, and once you've been through those experiences, it can really mess with your mind as a person after the war. But knowing that you fought for your country and the pride that you have after that is good. But there comes a big loss to fighting in wars, but there's also a great pride in our whole country as a whole for Remembrance Day.
The Soldier by Robert Brooke. If I should die, think only this of me, that there's some corner of the foreign field that is forever England. There shall be in the rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware, gave, once, her flowers to love, her ways to roam, a body of England's breathing English air, washed by the rivers, blessed by sons of home. And think that this heart all evil shed away, a pulse in the internal mind, no less, gives somewhere back the thoughts of England given, her sights and sounds, dreams happy as her day, and laughter learnt of friends and gentleness, and heart at peace under an English heaven.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
Just the fact that I think Remembrance Day is important because it gives us a chance to celebrate the people who can't celebrate themselves, and to remember them and honor them.
Yeah, just that we're knowing and hearing stories from somebody in the war, you get a different perspective on why we celebrate Remembrance Day, because some kids will come to school and think, oh, it's Remembrance Day, we just have to sit through a boring long assembly. But if you actually listen, you can hear stories from people who survived the war, and there's probably thousands more stories of people who didn't make it. But being able to hear and listen to those stories of past veterans of the war is eye-opening for some people, and it's just, Remembrance Day is a great way to honor them.
And in general, why do you think it's important to celebrate Remembrance Day?
I think it's important to acknowledge all the people who have been in conflict and who dedicate a lot of their time to protecting the public, who deserve recognition for their selfless acts.
Because it keeps us remembering the past, so that's quite nice. Family-wise.
Yeah, I think I've previously stated, but people just seem to forget or just don't really care about the people that fought for us, even though I think it's really important. And I think it's really important that people remember and they just give respects to the people that fought for us, because they died and fought for us to keep us safe and to let us live here.
Remembrance Day is great to celebrate for everybody. It should be as it is for everybody. you just go and you honor the veterans and people who fought in the wars in the past for your country, celebrate our freedom, and honor them and what they did for our country.
I think Remembrance Day is important to celebrate because it's important to remember those who fought for the ideals that our country upholds, and to honor those ideals as a people.
Because remembering why a war happened and how it all happened and giving thanks to the people that died for it is great for preventing a war, and also just giving condolences for people's families who were hurt from it.
For the Fallen by Lawrence Binion. With proud thanksgiving, a mother for her children, England mourns for her dead across the sea. Flesh of her flesh they were, spirit of her spirit, fallen in the cause of the free. Solemn the drums thrill, death august and royal, sings sorrow up into immortal spears. There is a music in the midst of desolation, and a glory that shines upon our tears. They went with songs to the battle, they were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady in a glow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted, they fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. They mingle not with their laughing comrades again. They sit no more at familiar tables of home. They have no lot in our labor of the daytime. They sleep beyond England's foam. But where our desires are, and our hopes profound, felt as a wellspring that is hidden from sight, to the innermost heart of their own land they are known, as the stars are known to the night. As the stars that shall be bright when we are dust, moving in marches upon the heavenly plain, as the stars that are starry in the time of the darkness, to the end, they remain.